Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're gonna burn. We are gonna burn our opponent's face. And what we're gonna be playing is a historic burn deck with a couple new cards from Crimson Vow. We're gonna try out some best of 3 historic. We might give it a 1 or 2 shots in best of 1 as well. But this is a burn deck that I played a while ago. My friend Kevin has been playing a variation of this, just light up the stages, 4 light up the stage, -1 land instead of the Chandras. I want to give Chandra a try, but we're trying to point burn spells to the face with a kind of backup creature package. There's a lot of removal and a lot of creature decks in the format, so I think just the consistent pressure that creatures offer in this format is very good. So you have Bomat Courier, which can refill your hand. This card also counts as an artifact for Dragon Rage Chandler to get Delirium. Speaking of Dragon Rage, it's basically a 1 mana, potentially 3/3 in this deck. Scales up pretty nice. We have Play with Fire over Shock. And the reason being, I want all my burn to be able to go face in game 1. We have the Unholy Heats in the sideboard when we need those. We have Soulscar Mage. This is a card that gets bigger, but also allows us to deal with bigger permanents by giving them minus counters. The card I'm interested to see how it plays out in this format is Cemetery Gatekeeper. Its main board, Graveyard Hate, and that we could tax our opponent as well if they play similar card types. So we're generally going to be racing, so 2-4 damage here or there is just basically added kind of bonus. We have some static discharges. First one you cast is 2 damage, then 3, 4, 5, 6. So it just kind of keeps going up from there. Viashino Pyromancer is another card that just comes in. It's a body that also deals damage, can be redirected for some more removal. Some Lightning Helixes just as a way to get. We have Showdown and Lightning Helix as the main board options that we have to just play white. We have 12 sources of white in the deck. And then Chandra Just to Kill, just a card advantage, extra burn type effect. The sideboard, Unholy Heats and Abrades is removal, including 1 Fateful Absence just as a general catch-all removal. Some Rest in Peace versus Graveyard decks, Roiling Vortex versus Control or kind of slower decks, and Rampaging Ferocidon versus the life gain decks. The only other card that I was considering, and we might want it instead of the Viashino, is... Where are you? Bloodthirsty Adversary. We have a number of cards we can flash back in this deck, so something to consider. We are a little bit lighter on lands, so we'll see how it plays out. I think the other effects are just better right now. Where are we sitting? 929. Let's play some Historic. I haven't played Historic Traditional in a while since the last MIQ, so unsure really where the meta sits. From what I see, there's like the life gain decks going around. There's probably some flavor of Control here and there. As always, if you do enjoy the content, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could drop a like, comment, and subscribe. All are free and easy ways to help out the channel. And we will jump into it. If you are playing Historic, what are you playing right now? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to try out new decks, especially with new cards. Zombies got a bunch of updates. Not sure if anything's translated there. Same with Historic Vampires. Opponent goes first. I think this hand's fine. We have interaction early if needed. Okay, so it's an oven deck. So we'll see if it's just straight Rakdos, whatever it may be. Second oven's annoying. Them having 2 ovens, and watch, this can be cat. Of course. I think we actually have to just hold these. When they loop out the cat the last time, I'm going to try to kill it with Play with Fire. And then we want to try to catch it with this Gatekeeper. Them having double oven cat on the draw is just going to be a lot for us to race. What I want to see here is what variation of sack they are. We likely lose this game 1. So, if they're a good player, they leave it, so they know what they're doing. Okay, so they're potentially just Rakdos. So we'll do this. This gets one of their sacks out of the way. I think we might just have to start racing and going for the face here. Static. Probably just want lands. Or another 1-drop to cast off Chandra. Okay, so I think here... let's do Gatekeeper. They're going to gain some life, but... so I could target the cap, but they just bring it back. So we'll just get this Priest. Ideally, next turn we draw a land. This is just going to offset their life total quite a bit. First strike on this is the least relevant. See what they have here. This could be a claim version. Okay, so Fellstinger, new card. They take 2, they take 4, but they can get the cap back. So they have a lot of ways to offset. We're going to bring in Rest in Peace in this matchup. Also our Braids. And our Ferocidons. Let's just go to sideboards here. That's kind of our catch-up. So we want Ferocidons, Abrades, Rest in Peace. Given that this flies, so it's relevant, I think the Viashinos could come out. Or maybe the Gatekeeper. Let's get rid of these. Probably on the play, I want to be as aggressive as possible. They'll probably bring in more removal of their own. They have a lot of cheap stuff. So I am interested, maybe just trim a couple static. Do that. While we want as much removal as possible, it's going to be more getting ahead. Let's get this going as soon as possible. There's the play to play this, but their turn 1 plays usually aren't ones we want to hit. So kind of cool, I can turn on Delirium next turn through attacking. Discarding Enchantment, Planeswalker, and Sorcery. Probably kill the Priest here. Do want to draw a land if possible. Priest is annoying, especially if they claim and devil. If they're playing something like Kolaging's Command, it's actually kind of annoying. Jeez. That's brutal. Okay, it's actually pretty solid.
Do you know what's great at dispelling darkness? A blazing inferno.
So next turn I can Scalds. We have Artifact, Sorcery, Creature in the graveyard. I think we do this just to turn this on. It makes it harder for the devil to kill me. They had a chance to sack the devil. They didn't, which bodes well. So at least now with this Dragon Rage. So what gets us here is if they have a claim. It was a bit iffy. But if we don't turn it on Delirium, then these just get picked off so easily. Chandra we can start just minusing. Or exiling. Because they have Priest. Okay, this is kind of an older style with Rixmadian Priest. Woe Strider will be a bit problematic. So we're gonna do Mayhem Devil now.
This is a fun idea.
The reason being, you know what, I should have probably done this first.
You're just never gonna learn, are you?
Probably fine with that. Here, I think we just get Souls. No, we probably just get the other Chandler. Actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, but they won't have... Will they have Delirium? They will not have Delirium, so even if they steal it, it's fine. So they can exploit here. They don't. They can gain 3 life. Cat's like their best draw, just gains them a lot of life. I think just given the amount of creatures they have, we might want a little bit more interaction on the play. Yikes. That's annoying. Oh, come on. So they gain... So we got a bunch of triggers here. We probably don't want the bow mats if they're on meat hook. I think we want to go something that goes face. Got him. Got him! Okay, so let's trim bow mats. Play with fire. Do we want the unholy heats? Maybe? It's cheap off Chandra. Let's do it like that. Because I want enough 3 damage to hit the devil. If we have Rest in Peace, then we're pretty good. I don't think we want to aggressively mulligan to it, but... Alright, this hand's a keep. Turn 2 Rip here. Turn 3 Chandra Play with Fire. That's an interesting one. Actually, I probably should have... So how do we die here? Don't think we do this turn. So I think just getting this in now has utility. We have 2 pieces of removal. I should have traded this off. Dragon Rage is not gonna do too much in this matchup now that we have Rest in Peace. Bit of a non-bow, but I think just setting up our draws has some value. These Helix should gain us some life. So we'll draw 2 here. But then we have Chandra on a clean board.
I hope you like your hors d'oeuvres extra crispy.
Chandra's felt nice. Just try to ride Chandra to Emblem now. Coming down a turn earlier is nice. I think we are... It's an interesting turn. I think we can get, like, If they have Devil, they're gonna set it up to... Okay, so Play with Fire is nice. Lets me hit the Priest if needed. If they have Devil, and then I have 2 Helix in hand. We were basically hoping for that. And this is where Rest in Peace just shuts down this deck. I think we're okay to take 1 here. Doing this now so they can't sack anything. So, ping you in the face. Kill the Woe Strider. They can get the sack. I'd rather keep these ones in hand. See what they go after here. I think we're okay taking 1 more hit here. I do... Kind of annoying. Buy us 3 turns. So go red here. Try to find another red land. I think this turn we're okay to just do this. Next turn I can Helix their face and then play out Ferocidon if I want. Them forced to have to go after Chandra now is good. I didn't want to like hit this. So I can hit the Fell Stinger here, gain some life, play out a Ferocidon. So this shuts off life gain for both players. So I'd rather insulate my life total here first. Okay. They dispute. So kind of punished there. Because I also can't showdown here. So maybe that was wrong. I don't get the counters either. So they could spend their whole turn Hive of the Eye Tyranting to attack my Chandra. That works as well. I mean, every turn they do this to Chandra, it just benefits us. We have another one. They're at 7 here. We have 6, 7 burn. They just gained enough. So that's 3, and we have 1 static discharge counted, so it's 4, 7. So not quite enough. I think here then we're just exiling off the top.
Who needs a plan? Just improvise.
So go face here. So they got a food token here. I don't think we want to shock here. We have these Ramanop runes as well. Fellstinger is actually pretty nice in this deck. Gives them another way to get some card advantage. Yeah, so that was part of the reason why we didn't want to. So 2 points of burn and they're dead. Or an untapped land. Both of which do it. So 1, 2, 3.
Don't think a fancy dress means I didn't come here to fight. We should all follow our hearts.
So we'll do that. Play it out. Might have been right to poke up. We just needed an untapped line. We would have got them there. They have 6 life to gain now. Might have been right to actually get rid of the oven, but the scorpion was still a pretty formidable threat. And we are out of showdowns. Yeah, I might have been right that showdown turn. They have this blood token as well.
Oh, why?
So make a token here, attack in. At this point we want as much land as possible just to be able to activate. They have their creature lands. Problem is they can just sack as well. Give me a helix. How's that sound? Can I have a helix? Just something I can go face with? Okay, that means they can't also... Jeez. This is frustrating. 22 lands. I know they can take my land out here, but I need to apply pressure. They can double block. They don't have enough with the hive. If this comes down to just that one turn where we drew an untapped land, it's going to be frustrating. Or a tapped land. So I have deserts to sack, I have tokens to attack. Jeez. Because they can activate the land. So they need to do that now, actually. Because I can just always hold it up. So they have to attack me for 3, sack the land, get the food, sack the food. That's a hell of a top deck from the opponent. So we have Static Discharge, Helix. Got a few options at this point. They have 7 points of damage, 8 points technically. 9 with my ruins. Oh, come on! They get double top deck there. I draw only lands. I should have cracked this before. I know we're going to take an extra point of damage here. I got to do this. I should have waited for them to sack the food, because now we give him a chance to do it. So frustrating. Like... them just draw their 2 best cards there, back to back. We draw freaking Soul Scar. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Went a little longer, gotta do some errands, but thanks for watching everyone. Hope you have a great one and stay safe out there.